One day, George Adam Smith, an Englishman who traveled extensively in the Middle East, came across a sheepfold and said to the shepherd, "Is that where they go at night, in the sheepfold?" And the shepherd said, "Yes. And when they are in there, they are perfectly safe in the sheepfold. But there's no door," said the Englishman. And the shepherd looked at him and said, "I am the door," replied the shepherd. Sir George looked at him and asked, "What do you mean you are the door?" The shepherd answered, "When the light has gone out and all the sheep are inside, I lay in the open space, and no sheep ever goes out but across my body. And no wolf comes in unless he crosses my body. For I am the door." When Jesus said he is the door of the sheep, he meant that the fold has only one entrance. Can't come through the back door. Only one way in, one way out. That's why I don't let anybody preach in this pulpit. That's why I screen a Negro. If his life ain't right, if he's doing any and everything, he has no business. Y'all ain't gonna help me here. Talking to my sheep. And then I don't worry about who preach in here. You can hoop till the whooping cough come on. You can teach till you get blue in the face. But the sheep know the shepherd's voice. And if he run after howling, he's not my sheep. Y'all ain't gonna help me here. I don't care who organized. I don't care what you do, because my sheep, who God gave to me, know my voice. Life has one source. Spiritual nourishment is obtained one way. Heaven can be entered through one entrance. And the single means of access to life is through Jesus Christ. He came that you might have life. You may believe in God, but you have to believe in him. Now, some people may say, "Wait a minute. Don't I already have life? Aren't I breathing? Isn't my heart pumping blood?" I would answer yes. But that's not the life Jesus is referring to. The life that Jesus gives is infinitely and extremely different than the life one possesses now. Maybe a little lesson in Greek vocabulary would be helpful in discerning what the significance of the life he offers is. The Greek language employs several different words to communicate the concepts and thoughts that are only available in one word in English. Such is true with the concept of life. They had 6 different words to clarify its meaning. But 2 words for life will bring our study into focus. The first word is bios, is which English word is biology, is derived. It refers to the duration of life, one's lifespan, the time between one's birth date and one's death date. Or it refers to the necessity of life, one's food, shelter, and clothing. The second word is zoe, in which the English words is zoo and zoology are derived. It refers to life as God has it, the life that belongs to God. That becomes ours when we cross the doorway of Jesus and enter into a relationship with God. It is not a duration, because this life is not limited by time, nor hindrance, nor by death. It is not a possession, but rather an infilling. God once again breathing his life into us. When we are born, we were given bias. And then when we were born again, we were given Zoe, until we cross the doorway of Christ and enter into a relationship with God. Through Jesus, we may be physically alive, but spiritually we are dead. That's why some folk can come in here and cross their arms and don't say nothing. That's why they don't get excited when the choir's singing. That's why they don't get excited when the preacher's preaching, because they just attached. But when you've been born again, when you got life in the fellowship, you feel the unction of the Holy Spirit. Jesus goes on to quantity and to qualify this life and have it to the full. He says, I know the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I come, if you step over that gate, I come that you might have life. When you're broke, you got some life. When you don't have a boot, you got some life. When you don't have that split level house, you got some life. When you don't have the car, you got some life. Have I got a witness here? Depending on the translation, one uses the word that is translated full in the NIV. May be translated abundant or fullness or overflowing in order other versions of the Bible. But what is meant by this word, have it.
Come worship with us every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. at our North Campus and 12 noon at our South Campus.